Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode here at O.A.R. And there's a few things we got to do today. One of them is, I don't know if you can see in there, but Lilith decided to take a nice big poo. Oh, she's in hunter mode right now. Look at her. Look at you. Anyways, Lilith decided to take a big poo. So we're going to have to clean out her enclosure. Means we're going to have to get her out. We got to put some more water inside of Poseidon's tank. And then there's a few things I want to talk about. It's why we're finally doing a recorded video this week instead of one of the ones I pre-recorded, because I still got 2 or 3 more of those I pre-recorded. So yeah, we're going to take care of all that real quick. Alright, see you in a minute. Now, one of the first things I want to tell y'all about is Poseidon here does in fact possibly have shell rot. We're just kind of shotgun treating him right now for everything from possible vitamin deficiency to deworming, shell rot, and possibly respiratory disease. The vet we go to is not well experienced, and the closest exotic pet is about an hour 45 minutes away. But we've increased his heat, so it should help fight off some of the infection. We got a bunch of medications, so we're going to help treat him real quick. But one other thing I want to talk about is, you might be able to see it right there, we've got some aquatic plants in here now. These are all live plants, and it might not look like a lot right now, but when we added them, there was only 3 of these little water lettuces. As you can see, we already got a few little colonies popping up. But that's right, what was the other thing I talked about wanting to do in here? No, it's fish. I just saw one swimming over there. These guys are all over the place. That's why the aerator's now in here. Oh, there they go. They're kind of hard to see in there, but we got some little minnows for them to eat, and it looks like 2 of them are already pregnant. So it already looks like 2 of them are pregnant. So here in the future, we'll have some more minnows swimming around in here that he can gladly munch on. And if he, for whatever reason, I hope not, but doesn't make it, maybe we get a caiman and put it in here. This would be perfect for a caiman. And those little minnows would be perfect to snack on. Don't worry, bud, I'm not wishing your death. We hope you make it, buddy. Oh, well, you're getting some movement back. You're being less lazy. Yeah, in all honesty, I hope he makes it. Alrighty, guys, one of the reasons I hope you guys can see me. And alrighty guys, one of the reasons I am making this video first and foremost is because I want to thank y'all so much. I mean, we only really came back to YouTube after what, a 4 months hiatus where we weren't even doing good, and now we're 1 subscriber away from 80 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when I went on hiatus, I think I maybe had 24. So that's like 55 new subscribers in just the last few months, and that's amazing to me. I really thought we'd end this year with 15 or something. So already you guys have blown me. So already you guys have blown my expectations out of the water, is all I could say, and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Anyways, you may be asking, why am I in a leather jacket? Well, if you remember correctly, and those of you who don't remember correctly, I now have to do all the reptile stuff by myself. And I'd rather have a nice leather jacket for her to bite while putting her in this bath than my flesh. I'm not saying the snake is in fact going to bite me, but you always have to be prepared for it. These animals do not have a feeling of aggression. It is not in their DNA. It's not even in their brain. They cannot do it. However, what they do have is an amazing fight or flight response, and I don't want to accidentally trigger that like I'm already doing. I'm watching her pupils right now, and right now she's in hunter mode instead of the mode I need her in, which is curiosity. She knows usually when this opens, that means feeding time. So we're going to give her a second, let her pupils adjust. These are little things that I gotta look out for that I've worked with these animals enough to know. Do not recreate this. Right now her pupils are nice and big. We're gonna test to see how she's doing. Yeah, she's a little jumpy. She's not huffing at all, which is a good sign. If I put this in front of her, is she gonna strike it? She did not bite it, luckily, which is another amazing sign. Yes, so the one thing we always do is take out her hide. I just needed her to move because she was laying across it. Alright, now that she's out a little more, let's see if we can coax her into going into the open. Snakes have about a tendency to shoot about 3/4 of their body weight. Seeing as she's about 14 foot, well, she could shoot about 5 feet, and these enclosures are 4 feet, so that means anywhere in here, this girl could get me if she caught me with all of her power. So you gotta be very cautious here, because I really would not want to get bit right now. Alright, we're gonna have to readjust. We're gonna angle the camera, I think. I hope that's a good angle. Yeah, that's a good angle. Her head's now directly in front of me. I know this ain't a good camera angle for you guys, but hey, it's what I gotta do. Down there, big mamas. We don't want to fight. We just want to get you out. You're going to get a nice warm bath. Which will help with you if you are in fact going to shed. Come on. I know you're very jumpy right now. Calm down, please. I need you calmer. So right now she's very jumpy, and what that jumpiness means is there is an increased likelihood of me getting tagged here, because she is very much in fight or flight right now. But because she decided to make a mess in her enclosure, I got so much cleaning to do in here. Alright. Whoa, mamas. Back the hell up. This is a lot of snake to try and move, and this is a heavy snake to try and move. Right now she is about 50 pounds, so struggling with her is in fact a struggle. It's 14 feet at 50 pounds. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of awkward weight to try and move. Soon I am going to need to start getting help in here, one way or another. Come on, girlie. Now, how was that? 14 to 15 foot of reticulated python weighing about 55 pounds. All in this little bit of plastic. Whew. Tell you what, that was a struggle and a half right there. Now this big girl can get about 3 times heavier than what she is right now. And can grow about another 7 foot to her, on average here in captivity. And now that we got her in there, we can set that out. We can pull this back over to the side. We just manhandle our way through these droppings. Look at this. Lilith really did decide to make a mess this go around. If you can see that right there, that's all snake poo. So what I'm thinking she did was she finished her business and then decided to slither around everywhere and make a big old mess for Dad. Now, this might... Now, this is going to sound random to almost all the rest of my viewers, but as I'm sitting here cleaning this out, I can't help but be grateful that I don't have an entire room dedicated to this one retic, which makes me want to ask. I never got your name. How's the lizard room? Yeah, you already know I'm talking about you. Also, where were you yesterday? You could have met Poseidon in person. It's kind of sad you weren't there, seeing as you love every time I bring in these animals. And you lied. You didn't come over that Sunday. Sorry, easiest way to call you out. Yeah, no, Poseidon went to the vet yesterday, like we were talking about. And yeah, the vets have no specialty with turtles. In fact, they're just a little clinic. But my goal is to help them get experience with all these guys, so maybe we can spread that experience around. In fact, it was a trainee who was there yesterday who looked at these animals. So that means she now gets to go on through the rest of her career knowing what she had looked up yesterday for these for Poseidon. And because of that, that's more knowledge for her. I'm getting to learn some things too. Like, I didn't know that they could possibly get a vitamin A deficiency, let alone worms. That was a new experience for me. So yeah, it's why. Yeah, if he continues to get worse, I'll take him to the specialty vet. And, that'll be fine. But until then, as long as he's at this early stage, I feel comfortable taking him to my vet. My vet has done a great job with all my animals. And, there's only one that we weren't sure about. Like, it started to look like it was doing better, but then we take him to another vet and we find out it was natural, He was just dehydrated. Which, that's okay. Like I said, most of the animals that I bring to the vet, they don't know what's going on with, because I bring a lot of unique things. I mean, yeah, snake problems are almost always going to be the same. It's going to be scale rot, respiratory infection, gastrointestinal disease of some kind, abscess. It's usually all similar. It's other reptiles, lizards, big turtles, and heck, even some things can just be different between these guys. Like, someone might take their snake to the vet if they're not passing every meal. But see, I don't do that with snakes like Gargoyle because he holds it the entire month until he sheds again and then he just drops it all at once. That's why I don't take him to the vet for it. We kept an eye out just to make sure. And that's why we're waiting for Midas to shed again, because Midas didn't start eating until he shed. And if he doesn't pass after that, then he's going to get a nice hot bath, see if that helps. And if that doesn't help, then we'll get in contact with the vet. See, it's almost like a doctor. Sometimes you go to urgent care. That's the best way to describe it, going to urgent care. And sometimes you can trust what urgent care says because they got a good idea of almost everything generally. But when you got to get into the more specifics, sometimes you just got to go to a specialized doctor. So I got nothing but praises for my vet. And in fact, it's why I still continue to do business with them. I mean, every time I've gone in there, no matter what it is, they have amazing hospitality. They have amazing everything. It's why I'll continue to use them from now until either I leave this state or they close. I know this sounds like a lot of hyping up for a vet that I'm not telling you guys about, and because I just got ADHD and I got sidetracked right there. Because I was talking about him and going to the vet. And I like to give praises to places that do amazing jobs. Like, I got nothing but praise for Josh's frogs too when it comes to crickets. I don't remember if I put that in a video that came out already or not. But about last month, Josh's frogs I got a delivery from and they had all died. Well, that delivery, I called them back about, and they're like, oh, hey, we're sorry. And within a week, I had a whole new delivery of crickets, all alive, with better protection on them, so that they weren't going to die as easily. And it came free of charge because of the fact they have a 70% guarantee, I believe. If 70% of the crickets in there are dead, you can contact them as long as it's a small order. You don't need proof, and they'll get back to you with it. And that's exactly what I did. And man, I can't say anything but positivity for Josh's frogs. Just like I can't say anything but positivity for my vet. Another great thing I gotta talk about is if you're in the Nashville area, go to Aquatic Critters. I mean, those guys do a fantastic job. They're the ones who supplied all the fish stuff and everything like that for Poseidon. And man, I could not be happier with some of these plants that are in here right now. Yeah, great help up there. They also, I wanted to get, I don't remember what they're called, but they're sucker fish, you know the ones. The black punkos, something like that. But they wouldn't let me get them because of the fact Poseidon was in here. They take great care of their animals and they want to see their animals thrive. And I was sleep deprived that day. So I was thinking all outside the box. I was like, yeah, let's go get these guys. They'll help clean the algae or whatnot. Yeah, no. So yeah, Aquatic Critters. Trust your vets. And use Josh's frogs for crickets. Oh, another good news. We sold a leopard gecko yesterday, actually. We finally sold our first leopard gecko off Morph Market. That means there are 3 left on there. I'll leave the link in the description down below, but I know a lot of us just got Christmas money, and maybe you're finally ready for that pet. Well, we got 3 good options here, and I know they're not for everyone, but it'd be helping out immensely if you were to do it. I already got a friend on the line already who wants one. So like, it seems like after Christmas hit, everything's starting to go, and that's kind of what you expect in this business. But let's get back to cleaning this stuff and getting on to everyone else, right? I've been for a minute. In fact, most of this might not even make it in or get edited out. Oh, you gotta put back her hide. Now this hide that I'm putting in here is the exact same as all the big snake's pond. I just cut a giant hole into it. It works significantly well for a hide for her. And in fact, it was going to be an egg box for her, so I didn't have to build one. we'll see here in like 2-3 years if we get into breeding retics, then if it is a good hide box or lay box. Anyways, let's get this big girl transferred over, shall we? She looks absolutely beautiful. Why don't we bring you guys to say hello real quick? An absolutely gorgeous reticulated python. I estimate she is about 14.5 feet and roughly 50 to 55 pounds right now. I know I can only estimate, but it's so hard to kind of measure a girl like this, especially now with Poseidon literally right there. It's almost impossible to get a good enough measurement. Anyways, let's get her in there, shall we? So she is very much ready to do her thing. She's very defensive right now. In fact, she almost reminds me of a rattlesnake right here. She's got this little S shape going on right now. And that is very much a key sign that she is ready to defend herself if I just get a little too handsy or am not cautious and take things slow. I do not recommend doing this whatsoever. Do not be a person alone trying to handle such a big animal. I've had nearly 3 years of experience with just this girl alone, and I still can't confidently say I'm not going to get bit, because you can never confidently say you're going to get bit. This snake might be stressed out one day, feeling sick. You know, reptiles show illness at a lot different rate than people do. You know, you get sick, you might have a head cold for one day and the next day have the flu, but it's going to be real big real quick if you really are sick. You know, but for reptiles, they can be sick 2-3 months before even showing a sign, because these animals come from the wild. And in the wild, you don't want to show weakness, because weakness means you're easy prey. So not wanting to be easy prey, these guys will hide any illness they have. It's almost a biological advantage that they have, is to just hide whatever issue they get. And it takes so much longer for these guys to show any sign of being sick. So a big girl like her, you know, she could be puppied on tame today, and yet tomorrow she's suddenly sick, or she's not in the right temperature or some reason. She's just super stressed out. But that little stress can be a huge behavioral change for them, because all it takes is one thing to go wrong, and this little leather jacket won't do much against the constricting that she can do. This is just to defend against a quick dry tag. I don't know the word for a fast bite, you know, where she strikes me and she lets go real quick without chopping down, because that'd be what this is all going to prevent. This would not prevent something like, I don't know, constriction. Then I'm in trouble. Anyways, I got to go fill back up these buckets, because we got to go give the other big snakes water too. Hi there, big boy. Look at you, you're getting so big now. Yeah, I'm gonna just spill water all over the place. Pick that up. Now then, really quick, I want to tell you guys about what I'm planning to do next year. Next year I'm hoping to breed more geckos, obviously. I mean, now we got some tangerines, so we can get those guys breeding. But I also want to get into breeding the ball pythons. That's why they're down for brumation. But it all depends on if we can get enough money and time for the breeding season to start, to get those breeding racks that I'll need for the babies. But some other things I want to do is next year I want to reach 150 subscribers. I think that'd be amazing. That's about halfway where we are right now. Or we're about halfway there already right now. So that'd be great. Another thing I want to do in the future of the channel is make it to Thailand. Yeah, not just today, but in the actual future is make it to Thailand. Open up a zoo. I want to do a million things. And, you know, this year was the first step to it. Was we made it to 75 subscribers. That's a huge deal. There's people on here who get 3, and that's it. And that's mom, dad, and themselves. And yet, you guys have done so much. I mean, damn, 80 subscribers almost. I am so surprised. But thank you all so much for an amazing year. I mean it. Thank you. And that's going to be it for this episode, just because it has gotten late and it's time for everyone's lights to go out. And sorry I wasted so much time trying to give medication to a turtle who doesn't want to take his medication. Because I still can't get his mouth open, so I'm going to have to be doing a lot of research on that today. So instead of, you know, between editing tonight to make sure this video goes up in the morning and learning the way of the turtle, I got a lot to do today. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it quits. I've already checked on Orion. Orion's looking slightly better, but I can't be too sure right now. But I think I'm going to pull him out again tomorrow and get a lot better look at him. Yeah, it is dark. Come on, big boy. Time to go back. He also decided to drop some urates. Let's see. Can you move your tail? Yeah, so we've gotten a lot of new subscribers, and one thing I want to know is just leave a comment down below or leave a like on this video if you like the content like this, where we're doing the vlog, I set you up somewhere and we take care of animals, or if you'd rather see like we've been doing, you know, the top 5s or the feeding every animal. I'm trying to see what we can do to grow. If you're liking whatever I put out, you know what, that's fine too. Y'all have been amazing. And the feedback I'm getting from you guys has truly meant a lot. I love the comments. I read each and every one. I try to reply to everyone, and if I don't reply, I leave a heart comment, and that's just because I don't know how to reply. I am terrible with words. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much, and see you in the next video.